What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. It's Investor Forever here, and this is week 9 of the series. We actually hit a milestone this week, and I want to acknowledge it before anything else. We crossed $5,000 in the account. So between the $3,000 insurance refund that's sitting in SPAXX and everything that's already built up in the portfolio, we're over $5,000 in this brokerage account. So 9 weeks ago, I started this account literally with $50. Now, I said last week that I'm stepping back from day trading and options for now to focus on what's actually generating income for me in real life, which is real estate, field inspections, wholesale deals. So this week is less about market activity and more about the bigger picture, like where my head is, where the money's going, what's keeping me moving on the slower weeks. Because this week was one of those weeks, not slow in like a bad way, but slow in a building way. And I think those weeks deserve to be documented just as much as the highlight moments. That's what this is. I think the most important episode isn't the one where everything happens. It's the one where you're in the middle of building, not at the beginning, not at the finish line, just in the process, just grinding, praying, trusting, waiting. This is week 9. And if you're building anything worthwhile, then this one's for you. So I got a refund check from my insurance this week, and it was close to $3,000. And I made a deliberate decision about where it went. I'm just letting it sit. It's literally sitting in SPAXX, untouched, earning 3.3% that actually accrues daily and deposits into my account as dividends once a month. So I'm not deploying it into any ETFs. I'm not trading with it. It's just sitting there intentionally as a cushion. And here's the thinking behind that. So real estate is my main focus right now. I'm in the middle of the most important sprint of this journey, and that's closing the deal by the end of this month. Working with buyers, showing properties, doing field inspections. Like that takes a lot of mental energy. And mental energy and financial pressure don't mix well. John F. Kennedy famously said in his inauguration speech, never negotiate out of fear. And when you need money, you're more likely to make bad decisions to go and get it. So rather act as if you cannot fail. So that's sitting there, it's earning, but mentally it's protecting my ability to be patient in real estate conversations without feeling desperate. So that's strategy. Using money to buy yourself peace of mind so you can perform at your best is not idle money, is working capital, but in a different form. But more importantly than money is the mindset and the financial discipline. Money alone cannot fix everything, but it can and should be used as a tool. And that's exactly what I'm doing with it. So when the next deal closes, my portfolio and commission or wholesale fee, whichever one it is, whichever one comes first, when they get together and start getting acquainted, this episode will be worth its weight in gold. Or even though it's digital and technically doesn't weigh anything, but you know what I mean. It'll be worth the wait. All right, so let me give you a real update on where things stand in real estate with me. Through OfferProp as a JV partner, I've been reaching out to buyers and getting them access to deals that we have here on this platform. So the first weekend, I've already connected 4 buyers to 2 separate properties. I'm still working on trying to touch everybody on my list. So I have a targeted approach of how I reach out to my buyers rather than blasting deals to over 100 people. I keep track of buy boxes and who's buying what and where. And if you're looking for any on or off market real estate deals yourself, definitely reach out to me. My information can be found in the description below. I'm actively showing and viewing properties daily. I'm working with a client that I met at an open house on the retail side. I'm helping her through the pre-approval process right now. So that's a real estate commission in motion, and it takes time. It doesn't happen in a week, but it's definitely moving. My field inspections, I'm still running those. Did about 280, 290 this week that got deposited Thursday, and that money goes into the account. And I've actually just been letting everything sit in SPACs instead of buying more ETFs right now. But let me know what you're investing in the comments below, and I'll share my thoughts on them. Give my honest review in the next video. I've recently also joined a real estate team as a licensed agent in Georgia. That again opens doors for resale clients, experienced mentors around me. Me and another agent hosted my first open house a couple of weeks ago. So I'm not just an investor who has a license. I'm an active agent. I'm an acquisition specialist. I'm a wholesaler. I'm a JV dispo partner, all simultaneously. So the income streams are just multiplying at this point. But none of this is fast. And this week I had to make peace with that again. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to trade options, but I just realized that Fidelity rolled out this new Trader Plus web version. So I'm gonna just let it sit on this screen. I'm not gonna talk about it yet because I haven't used it, but this was an interesting find for me. But I do want to talk about two people who I've been listening to on repeat for a while now. Earl Nightingale and Ralph Waldo Emerson, because this series has always been about more than money. It's about the mindset behind building. And right now, the mindset is everything. Earl Nightingale said something that I literally listen to on repeat every day. And he said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, not the achievement of it, the progressive realization. That means you moving towards it. That means every week I record this video, every field inspection I complete, every buyer I connect to a deal, every $25 or $100 or whatever I add to any ETF, that's success. Not the finish line, but the movement towards it. He also said this, and this one hit different when I first heard it. We become what we think about. That's the strangest secret. Those were his words. Now think about that. What are you thinking about most of the time? Because whatever it is, that's what you're becoming, whether consciously or not. If you spend most of your mental energy thinking about lack or what you don't have or how things are moving or why the top 1% of the world don't help the other 99, that's a valid topic, but that's what's compounding. But if you hold the vision clearly, your portfolio paying your bills, or you getting that bonus check, or your company scaling into a new market or paying off debt, whatever you decide to make your chief aim, whatever you're aiming at, your thoughts are literally planting those seeds. And Nightingale believed this completely, and so do I. I've literally seen it work in my life just in the past 2 months of me practicing this. So definitely listen to that, The Strangest Secret. And then there's Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote Self-Reliance way back in the 1840s, and somehow it reads like it was written for 2026. He said, "Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string." And at first, I didn't really get that. But that line is one to return to when doubt shows up. Because doubt will show up. Is this working? Is the strategy right? Am I moving fast enough? Should I be doing something different? And Emerson's answer, which is over 2 centuries old, is still the right one. Trust yourself. You have a plan. You built it. You understand it. So stop looking over your shoulder at what everybody else is doing and trust the direction you set. That's the problem with everybody. We always look at what everybody else doing instead of worrying about ourselves. And he also said to adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. So if you think about nature, nature doesn't rush. An oak tree doesn't apologize for taking decades to grow. It grows its roots and then it grows up. It's growing 2 directions at the same time. I just saw a video about that. Myron Golden said that. And the drip doesn't rush either. It just compounds quietly every single month, whether you watching it or not. So week 9 of this journey is the oak tree, because see, I planted something 9 weeks ago and I'm watering it consistently right in front of you, and it's growing right in front of you. That's not hope. That's compound interest. That's Emerson. That's the law. That's Warren Buffett's strategy. There's all of it right here, right in front of you. Like this is literally it happening right now. And I'm gonna get off of the philosophical horse at some point, I promise. But this is the one that connects the philosophy to the faith side of how I'm showing up right now. And he said, "All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator for all I have not seen." So the outcomes, I understand, aren't fully in my hands, but the actions are. So I act, I pray, I trust, and just keep on building. And I want to say this is directly to the reason that I started this. I started this series for my little brother. That was why I started doing these videos in the first place. And I want to use this moment to say something to him and to anybody else who's watching, who's 17, 18, or someone who might have kids at that age, because I understand that most of my viewers are typically in their 30s, 40s. So you might have some kids this age. The point is, we're going to have weeks that feel like nothing happened, weeks where the account barely moved, weeks where the deal didn't close, or the trade setup didn't happen, or the grind just felt invisible. Those weeks are not wasted. Those weeks are the foundation under every visible success that comes later. It's the process. And Nightingale also said the men who simply will not give up, they have that one great quality worth more than all the rest put together. When a man makes up his mind to do something, it's only a matter of time. So keep going. Plant the seed, water it, and trust the process. That's all it is. All right, so now let's do an update on Divider, because this week there was a meaningful development that I was able to roll out. So I switched the bank integration from Plaid to an app called SimpleFin. Both Plaid and SimpleFin are technologies that allow apps to connect securely to your bank and brokerage accounts. Plaid is the more well-known one used by Robinhood, Venmo, Chime, and most banks and financial institutions. SimpleFin is a leaner, more privacy-forward alternative that's better suited for what Divider is doing at this stage. It has faster integration and is more control. So this is my budgeting and portfolio manager app. The app is very close. The core functionality is built: the income tracking, the dividend projections, margin monitoring, the percentage-based allocation engine. I should have had it set up for this video. Don't judge me, I didn't. The aesthetic is pretty much where I want it. It's not perfect. Could be better. It's made for a phone. That's why there's all the space on the sides. But you'll be able to manually do your income as well if you wanted to add something in there. But all of your income will show right here. All of your expenses will be found here. And then you can monitor the portfolio here. And also, this is where you set up your SimpleFin to link your account. And here's what I'm doing differently than most app launches. I'm not waiting until it's perfect to involve the people who should help shape it, honestly. So what I'm doing is I'm opening a waiting list. And if you want to be an early adopter of Divider, meaning you get access before the public launch, you get to use it while it's being refined, and your feedback directly shapes what the app becomes. Sign up using the link in the description below and be updated every step of the way. This is specifically for people doing what I'm doing, who has variable income, dividend, ETFs, using a margin strategy, and a brokerage account as a financial hub. So if that's you, Divider was built for you, and you should be first ones through the door. Now, note that it does work with W-2 earners as well. As long as you have a bank account to link to it, it'll monitor your, income and expenses as well. So not leaving you all out, but this was built by me for people like me, but income is income at the end of the day. So early adopters will help me make this better. In return, you get first access, the ability to shape the product, and the satisfaction of being part of something from the beginning. So the link is in the description. Go ahead and get on that list now. All right, so quick portfolio snapshot for the week. The $3,000-ish insurance check, that's sitting in SPAXX right now. Like I said, earning 3.3%. That makes up this $5,000-ish balance right here, along with what we've already had in the account. I also got my ETF holdings, which is JEPI, XPay, and SPY. All are continuing to compound through drip, so no new purchases this week. The system still runs though, whether I'm actively engaged or not. And that's the beauty of it. The portfolio is growing slowly, consistently, the way portfolios grow. So that's week 9. We got $3,000 parked over here intentionally in SPAXX. We got buyers connected through OfferProp. We got a client who's getting her pre-approval. We got field inspection still running strong. There's a lot going on this week. Meditation and prayer is daily practice. Nightingale and Emerson playing and living in my head through it all. Divider waiting list is also now open. So next week, I want to review some of the funds that you all are investing in and the returns you all have seen. I want to continue to diversify this portfolio as much as possible to hedge against market corrections, in addition to using put options as insurance when we get to that stage in the future. So that episode will be next. But drop a comment below. Tell me what you're building right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting on, because this thing is growing. So the Divider waiting list link is in the description. Go ahead and get on it. Investor forever. Remember, we become what we think about. So let's think about building.